Today, we're going to talk about the ability to develop a mindset of identifying the cause and determining the remedy or solution or the way forward. This is a very important ability. Our environment throws at us umpteen number of challenges. Life is a series of stimuli and responses. Every challenge or action or event or problem is a stimulus that we need to respond to. The person who understands the cause behind the stimulus and is able to decide on the response and act accordingly becomes highly successful in life. He can have his life in control. A man who is not able to understand the cause and cannot decide on the response, therefore, has his life out of control. That's why it is important for human beings to understand the cause and decide on the remedy or solution or the way forward. How can we develop this ability? Sister Thakur Chandra says, with conscious, deliberate, disciplined practice, you can acquire this ability. He says, in my childhood, sometimes my family members were hassled because of my habit of finding cause of everything. I always used to ask this question, why? I used to look at the plants and say, how can from the same soil plants of so many varieties grow? If the soil is the same, how can the plants be different? Out of curiosity and inquisitiveness, sometimes I used to uproot plants and look at the roots to find out how they're different from each other. And one day I found out that the plants are different because they come from different seeds. Because the seeds are of different types, the plants emerging from them are of different types as well. He said, that day I was satisfied. Right from his childhood, he had this intense desire to find out the cause behind every action, situation, event, condition, behind every object. One day, Sri Thakur Chandra was sitting surrounded by his disciples. All of a sudden, a huge sound came from a nearby building inside the ashram. Sri Thakur instructed one of the disciples to go and find out what happened. The disciple went there, came back after some time, and said, Thakur, one portion from the roof has come down in one of the rooms in that building. Sri Thakur was very worried. He asked, has anyone been injured? The disciple replied, no, Thakur, nobody was in the room at that time. Nobody has been injured. Sri Thakur was relieved. After a few moments, he said, look, there are so many of you sitting here. There was a huge sound that came, but I did not see that inquisitiveness in any one of you. None of you stood up, ran to that place to find out what has happened. What could have been the cause? What could have been the problem? What could be the solution? Your mind should be at work. Your senses should be activated and made alert to decipher the cause of everything, every event, every action. If you do not make this your habit, your brain will become dull. You must respond to every situation with a cause-finding attitude, with a cause-finding mindset, and a problem-solving mindset. If you make this your habit, your brain will become alert. If you diligently make it a practice, your brain will become diligent, active, swift in deciphering cause and deciding on solutions. You would naturally, spontaneously become a problem solver. So friends, how does this work? If we make it a habit in every situation to look for the cause and look for the solution, naturally we will reach a state where we get into a situation or encounter an event the cause would flash in front of our eyes, and probable solutions will be visible to us naturally, spontaneously, because cause finding and problem solving have become habits with us. They have become like a second nature. Sister Thakur Kulchandra says anyone can practice it. He says even a homemaker at home can practice this. If the homemaker thinks about the likes and dislikes of family members, always tries to find out who likes which type of food, which food is allergic to which family member, in what season, what food is healthy. If she always becomes curious, inquisitive, tries to find answers to these questions, she will develop an inquisitive mindset, not just the homemaker. Everyone from all walks of life can practice this, can gain this ability to identify the cause and find solutions on the way forward. Sri Thakur Kulchandra says, the purpose of life is to drive away want completely, and that is possible only by knowing the cause.